Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I've come to my favourite beach on the North Norfolk coast. Now I know I say that I have a lot of favourite beaches, but this beach is definitely my favourite. You'll see why in just a little bit. We're going to do the full tour of Wells. If you're brand new here, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit subscribe. Please give the video a thumbs up and let's start the tour about a mile in that direction. So we start the tour at the Wells Next the Sea sign, which I really like because it depicts Wells perfectly with the pine trees, the bucket and spade and the fishing trawler. It looks reasonably new as well. I think the sign was put up there in 2014. So we're going to start the tour here at the top end of the town. And did you know that it stretches out a mile from the sea? So if you're hoping to come to the beach, there is a little bit of a walk, as you'll see. So we head towards the harbour down there, but I just wanted to show you this little area, which a lot of people miss when they come to Wells. This is known as Butlands, and we're coming up to a really lovely green where, as you'll see, a lot of people come for picnics. And it's surrounded by, well, apparently lime trees. And a perfect place to come as well, get yourself a drink from the Globe Inn. And enjoy the green here on Butlands. The Crown Hotel is just up there in the distance. And you do feel like you're in a suburb of London actually, with all these Georgian houses that are surrounding the green here at Butlands. So walking up this way we head into, I guess you'd call it the little town centre, heading on to the quay and the harbour. Very busy in Wells today. As you can see, the weather is gorgeous, so people literally are trying to park for free literally everywhere. But as you'll see, through most parts you've got double yellow lines, so people are just parking where they can, which I guess is a bit naughty. So I guess this is one of the main areas. This is Stave Street. Lovely little places to go and get some food, some coffee. It's not something you see every day. Handmade deck chairs. They're interesting, look at that. 120 quid each. Is the material nice? Well, it's deck chair material, isn't it? And what's great walking down this street is you get glimpses of the harbour, the sandbanks in front of you. And it's always difficult to find a good hat. I'm just trying to think which one would actually suit me. That's more like a boating hat. I just look stupid in that. I'm in Mexico. Little lobster grabbers there, they're good. Some of these shops here are really quirky as well. Old drugstore there. Get some fruit and veg there. That looks really nice. So some quaint little shops down here. Butchers there. Some little boutique shops. And one thing you'll notice about Wells obviously is the smell, because it's just beautiful. You smell that fishy seaside smell because you're right here near the salt marshes. So just making our way down towards the harbour right now, and the distinctive landmark we come across is the Granary with its overhanging gantry on the quay. It was started in 1902 and finished being built back in 1904. It's now been converted into flats. The Granary only stopped running back in 1990. So most of the fish that's now landed in Wells are actually shellfish, so crabs, lobsters and mussels, and this chart shows some of the local fishing grounds and distances they actually have to travel. So species like crabs, velvet crabs, pink and brown shrimps, lobsters and mussels are just some of the shellfish taken from the waters just in front of Wells. I'm really surprised about the amount of people swimming just in the harbour here. Popular place to come crabbing along here as well. Why pay for it when you get it for free? So I don't know if you can see that just over there, but there's some kind of sculpture of a horse randomly just on the sandbank there. So just leaving Staithe Street behind and the old Granary, and we're just going to walk up towards the beach. This is a very popular area for people to come and eat fish and chips along the wall. And you're not short of places actually to get your fish and chips along here. There's about 2 or 3 of them. Look at these ships that are in the harbour. So I've seen this docked here for quite a while actually. I think they're doing some restoration work on it. There's a random big fish there, just hanging. And you don't see many skateboards on boats, do you? Just like Pirates of the Caribbean. You can see just how busy it is today, people catching crabs. And if you can't find enough things to do whilst you're in Wells, there are also harbour tours that run daily during the summer, and also trips to go and see the seals further up at Blakeney too. And I've just come across this. Leave your daily stresses and strains behind. Take a minute to look out across the harbour, towards the horizon, under the big North Norfolk sky, and contemplate how awesome life is. We hope you relax and enjoy your time here at Wells Harbour. What a great little positive sign. And an interesting note, this is showing you how high the tide can go. And a few notable storms, of course, back in the 50s, and most recently in 2013, where there was a lot of damage caused by the storm surge that came down the east coast. And if you don't want to walk that mile up the road towards the beach, you can actually take this tiny little miniature train. So this tiny little miniature train will actually take you up towards Pinewoods Holiday Park, so it won't take it all the way to the beach, but pretty much as far as it possibly can go. Can get a little bit pricey if you've got a lot of kids though. Single fare is £1.50 per person per way. So I guess there are 2 ways you can walk up this route. You can walk down the lower path or on the upper path to get a bit more of a view. And people will sit on these tiny little beaches just on the harbour side. Tiny little beach, and they're sitting on it when they've got an absolutely humongous beach up there. Well, I would say I'm halfway now. You can see Wells Harbour in the distance. The little train track that goes along. It's a shame there's like not another stop you can pick it up, but countryside over there and sea over here. That is why Norfolk is so beautiful. Getting a little bit closer to the beach now. So the entrance to the beach is up there. See Wells lifeboat just over here. And a lot of the service boats which service the offshore wind farm, which you might be able to see further on in the distance. So it is one of the hottest days of the year today, and this is scary. It's like some kind of pop concert is going on. All these people are heading down to the beach. And you can just see in the distance how busy the beach is today in Wales. So you can see all these sandbars and sandbanks that literally stretch out, and you must be very careful whilst walking on them. In fact, it's not advisable, because normally at low tide you can actually walk across there. It's not advisable to do it, because from here up towards Brancaster, a lot of people have lost their lives, you know, walking on these, thinking it'll be a great little exploring trip, and then the tide comes in and then they're stuck. And the tide here is pretty strong, so obviously don't be silly, obviously use your common sense. So you can see just up there in the distance the harbour. You can actually see how far we've walked. So if you are coming to the beach here in Wales, it's always good to check out the high and low tides, which is shown just up here on the Coast Watch in Wales. Yeah. So if you want to avoid the crowds, best thing to do is come up to this area of the beach. A bit more of a walk, but you get to walk through the pine forest, which is just beautiful. And it's not very often you see sand and pine trees. This is a great way to the beach. It's so peaceful as well. And I love the smell that pine trees give off. Oh, so nice. Just look at this. And I guess one of the famous landmarks here on the beach, which is so notable, are the beach huts. And what is unique about them is no two are the same. Some you feel really sorry for, like that one. See, some effort has been done with this particular beach up, with the stairs going up. Look at that. So this is what I said about Norfolk beaches. They are absolutely massive, and the best thing about it is we saw how busy it was just up there. You can literally walk along the beach for as far as you want, and in fact if I keep going I'll probably get to Hunstanton. And there's a really like little pool here where you can it's always like a pool, you can go for a swim. Obviously be careful of the tides and these sandbanks that pop out. And actually it's pretty much high tide now, so you know that you'll be okay walking along that sandbank. But when the tide goes out, they can be a lot more dangerous, so do be careful. I tell you what, I'm glad I'm not walking bare feet, because these will really cut your feet up. And these people up here really wanted to get away from it. I'm pretty much at the end of this particular sandbar, or sandbank, whatever you want to call it. And what I love about coming out here, you feel like you're on an island, but you're still in Norfolk. You can see in the distance there what looks like a tiny little island. The adventurer in me wants to explore. So yeah, come out here and literally get away from the crowds. Look at that. That is one big mussel. The beach is littered with these. Just goes to show how much shellfish is out in these waters. So just got to do a 360 right now. Really got away from the crowds. And if you're able to walk up to one of these, definitely do it. Obviously make sure the tide's in, or check the tide times first, but look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Random guy just enjoying the water over there. There's something you didn't think you would see in the UK. People on a boat pulling those big rubber rings. So that was my tour of Wells. Thank you so much for watching. As always, please make sure you give the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you know when a new video is up. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so in so many different ways. The links are in the description, via Patreon, PayPal, or even buying my merch. I'll see you next time.